So as you can see from behind me, back at Prestatyn, I'm now on my way to Colwyn Bay. Probably going to be about 14 miles, but it's mainly along the seafront, very much on the seafront. But the good news is that the sea's in, so that makes it a little bit more interesting. Right, I best get going. That's where I came from yesterday. Prestatyn to Colwyn Bay. 15 miles along concrete and tarmac, just like this, all the way. So today I'm travelling from Colwyn Bay to Conwy, and it's about 14 miles. And as I said, I'm a bit more enthusiastic about it because it's not quite as commercialised and hard work in terms of underfoot with concrete and tarmac. There is a bit of it to begin with, but eventually I'm going over the Great Orme around Llandudno, and so actually going on a hill. I'm really looking forward to that for now. But yesterday just needs to be eradicated from my mind. One of the challenges I have today is it's very windy, so I'm going to have to shelter when I want to talk. Or maybe I just don't talk. Anyhow, I'm in a place called Rhos on Sea. I shall show you around, well, along the prom. I guess these are drums. Not quite sure what they are. That's where I'm heading today. Having done Little Orme, we now want to do Great Orme. So I finally made it. About 14 miles was the distance today, so fairly leisurely, and I enjoyed it. Yes, there was still quite a bit of concrete walking, but it just shows you with the views, it just made such a difference. It wasn't all flat, and then it was broken up by being able to get into the countryside, so kind of rather enjoyed it. Tomorrow's going to be so much better though, because I actually start and go into the mountains. I do eventually hit the coast, but it is a coast path after all, so I suppose it can't be avoided. But I'm looking forward to that, although I believe the weather's going to be a bit not so great, but we shall see, because today was forecast to be not so great, but in the end, pretty good. Right, no more talking, I'll see you guys in the morning. So as you can see, I'm suitably suited and booted. I'm in the rain now, which weirdly out in the countryside doesn't seem to worry me as much. Got 18 miles to do today. 10 miles of it is going to be out in the countryside, because I've decided to take the alternative route, which takes me over Conwy Mountain, and then eventually I'll drop down back onto the sort of main coastal path, which is of course right next to the sea, but not on concrete. So I'm definitely for this route, and then hopefully I will end up in Bangor where I finish. Right, definitely no more talking, gotta get walking. It might not be raining, but it's a good job I'm wearing my waterproofs. However, in the distance, we now have the castle. So I must remember to keep looking behind me. have these helpful red signs, which is for the alternative Wales coast path. Particularly helpful when you come to junctions like this. What can I say? They don't make gates like that anymore. At last I've managed to find somewhere that's a bit sheltered. The winds at the moment are like between 20 and 30 miles per hour. And the frustrating part is I'm actually walking into the wind at the moment. So it's been pretty tough. But we're now coming off the hills, going down towards the coast. Once I hit the coast, I would have said probably have done about halfway at that point. And so really I've got the afternoon to spend my time alongside the sea on our way to Bangor. Right, for now, need to carry on back into the wind. There's some great views. I have missed the mountains. I love what's been done here to make sure the gate stays shut. Oh yeah, good idea actually. I thought I'd seen everything, but now sledgehammer head used to help to keep the gate shut. Oh, this is steep. And as you can see, we've still got the sides. Yep, we're near the sea now. And the wind. This is what I hoped would happen with this section, because the path is away from the sea. Not a lot, I mean maybe 400 metres away. But you can see nature's taken over, and at least there isn't a concrete path in place. Well, you can see how that sign is relatively new. And I think this path is. On my hiker app, it shows kind of like a big detour going down this inlet. Well, I have just crossed a bridge there and I've marked it on the map. And when you look at the map, it doesn't show this as being the coastal path, but as you saw there, it clearly is marked. Now, something to look out for, because this avoids the road, and obviously it's a lot more pleasant and actually cuts, I would imagine, a couple of miles out. Yeah, I'm just listening to the sound of the birds in the trees. But you can see how this path has been carved out of the fields and what have you. And the fencing all looks fairly new. So it is a recent addition to the walk. I feel very lucky. And when I first saw the signs, I thought, I must be wrong, and it pointed a little bit in the opposite direction to what you thought you would be going. So I can imagine some people ignore it. So yeah, there's Anglesey over the other side, and I've done the Anglesey walk. I can definitely recommend it. As you can see from behind me, I've arrived at Bangor Pier. So it was a total of 28 kilometres and 2,600 feet of ascent. I've enjoyed today. The alternative route was great, going up onto Conwy Mountain. And then the walk along the coast path was actually good today. Really enjoyed today. I think today was the best day. Anyhow, overall it's been an interesting challenge, to say the least. Not one I want to repeat, but it all contributes towards the Welsh coastal path. Right, hopefully one day I'll see you on the trails, but for now, bye.